Yeah, sorry about that transition. We're back. Yeah, like we were saying, BB plus underwhelming for them. Mm-hmm. But that means we just hold them to a higher standard than most people.
Right.
Because if that was anybody else, would probably been a lot lower of a grade.
Right.
Speaking of, next, Nicholas and Braun Strowman defeated Sheamus, defeated the Bar World Title match in 4 minutes.
Was it 4 minutes?
Yeah. F. I'm just going to give it. That's my review of the match. I'll let you handle this.
You had Mysterio in the back. You had Samoa Joe in the back.
Lashley.
You had Bobby Lashley.
Jeff Hardy.
And even fucking James Storm in the back.
Hell, you even had Big Cass.
And Big Show.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I was begging for these guys to come out.
Even Big Show.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
No Way Jose in the crowd.
Good luck in your future endeavors, No Way Jose. You may get called up, but you ain't getting a push.
No.
But what pissed me off is that you have Braun, who has carried probably Raw since Brock won the title. And you treat him to teaming up with a fucking 10-year-old. A fucking 10-year-old kid.
By the way, disrespectful to Cesaro and Sheamus, too.
This is very disrespectful to Cesaro. Yeah. I know Sheamus is about to retire soon because of his neck injury, but this is very disrespectful to Cesaro.
They've carried the World Tag Division, too.
Cesaro is arguably the best wrestler on the Raw roster. Possibly in the whole WWE.
I would definitely go with the Raw roster. I think.
Yes.
I will agree with that.
Arguably the best wrestler on the Raw roster. The fact that you had him fucking drop a tag team title to a 10-year-old child who hasn't hit puberty, who doesn't even know what a vagina looks like yet, okay? The fact that you had a 10-year-old kid, who was a referee's son, by the way, John Cone. What the fuck? Like, Braun, get your shit together, okay? What I'm seeing here is that Braun's going to either vacate the tag titles or Braun actually finds a partner and not keep this kid, because this kid was so terrified to be in the match. This kid, I swear to God, if this kid was in the ring with Cesaro would literally punt this motherfucker to the moon. That's how... Sheamus would have kicked his head off. Like, literally, head off. Like, it would have been that bad. And this, honestly, was my number 2 worst match of the fucking night. The fact that Braun teamed up with a 10-year-old kid that he pulled out of a crowd, which was clearly fucking staged. The fact that you skipped No Way Jose, okay? I mean, shit, you could have pulled Brie Bella from the fucking crowd for all I care.
Or Maria Menounos.
Maria Menounos or fucking Linda McMahon sitting over there. You could have pulled them out of the crowd instead of a fucking 10-year-old kid.
Hell, Shane's kid.
Exactly. He looks like Shane's kid. Conspiracy theory, I think not. But anyway, this match was terrible. It's an F. Braun, you're my boy. I'm sorry. Cesaro, it's very disrespectful to him. Very disrespectful to Sheamus. Even if this is going to be his last match. Fuck Vince. Fuck the WWE. This is all... The Raw Tag Team titles are now dead and buried.
Matt and Bray can't even say them.
No, they can't even save that. Okay, because you can pretty much say Braun won it by himself.
Right.
Braun won the titles by himself. Fuck the kid. The kid didn't do shit. Braun won the titles by himself. And the fact it was in 4 minutes. 4 minutes! That's even worse for Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yes.
That is sad. Okay? And honestly, I think that's Sheamus' shortest match since when he beat Bryan for 18 seconds. And that was even sad.
Right. But at least I let something.
Yeah. But the Raw Tag Team titles are now dead and buried.
Matt needs to throw them
They are literally 20 feet under. They need to go into the Lake of Reincarnation.
And not come out.
And just not come out. They need to just unify the tag division. Or put all one tag teams on one brand.
And all women on the other.
Yes, what they should have done with this whole draft.
Tag team and women separate.
But now you have Braun carrying 2 tag team titles.
Yeah.
For what?
Well, I mean...
I understand you wanted to get the titles off Cesaro and Sheamus. Hello, you have teams like the Revival, the Club.
Buried.
Gone.
Right.
The Revival's buried. Okay, there's no shot.
No.
Okay, unless they fight off Braun, which I doubt.
They'll just squash.
Right. You could have, grabbed a team from SmackDown, like the Ascension or something. At least put up a credible fight with Sheamus and Cesaro. Or that could have been a perfect way to call up Authors of Pain or one of those guys to be with Braun.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be with Braun. But...
Hell, but we'll be like to call up Killian.
Killian with Braun, yes.
You know who else? Lars Sullivan.
Exactly. Two big men.
And then they could feud.
I mean, shit, you could have pulled Kane out again. Even though he wrestled the Battle Royal, you could have put Kane out.
I'm not even a Kane... I'm a Kane fan because my childhood...
You're not a Kane fan right now.
I would have taken that.
Exactly. I would have taken anything over a fucking 10-year-old midget kid who doesn't even know what an anatomy of a girl looks like, okay?
Well, if he looks at the trophy, he will.
Yeah, that's the only pussy he's going to get. Granted, yeah, he's going to go to school. He's going to go to school and pull all these bitches and be like, yeah, I want a tag title with Braun Strowman. Okay, you didn't hit puberty. You haven't touched a vagina. Okay, just because you're in one match, you're never in the WWE ever again.
How does he have a match in WWE before we do?
How the fuck does he have a title before Nakamura and Samoa Joe on the main roster?
And Sami Zayn.
And Sami Zayn. Shut up. Don't even get me started on that. The fact that this kid has a title.
And if Neville didn't win the Cruiserweight title, he would have one before him, too.
Before three of your biggest guys in the WWE.
And Finn Balor. I like Finn.
Finn had the Universal title.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot.
But the fact that this kid won a title before three of your biggest guys on the fucking main roster says something. Vince does not give a flying fuck. I understand this was probably for a political aspect in the sense of, oh yeah, do it for the kids at the WrestleMania moment, whatever.
I don't consider a WrestleMania moment.
I don't either.
A burial.
This was a WrestleMania shit show once this match came on. Fuck that. I'm not even going to give it a rating. It doesn't even deserve a rating. I'm going to give it an F+.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was that bad. Fuck Vince. Fuck that match. Fuck that little kid. Go back to school.
F for fuck. There you
go. Fuck that.
Fuck plus.
Yes.
Well, speaking of fuck plus, somehow this wasn't the worst match of the night. The tag match, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow Nia and Alexa was the worst match of the night. The Universal title match. Brock Lesnar defeat Roman Reigns. And the match time I actually got right. 15 minutes and 55 seconds. And that match felt even longer.
I'm not the floor.
You want me to go first?
You go first. I have so much built up anger for that match. You go.
Alright. Fuck my life. I had to sift through that.
Yeah. Fuck all our lives we have to sit through.
Alright, well, I'll start off with Roman. He got booed coming out.
The building.
That's new. Brock, on the other hand, clearly didn't do no cardio. Because he was done by the time he made it down the ramp. This is the first time I can remember between two guys. People say Cena's 5 moves of Doom are bad. This is the first time I can remember between two guys that only 5 moves were used in the whole match. There was an F5. There was F5s, spears, Superman punches, belly to bellies, and Germans. That was it. There's like 5 moves between two guys.
Oh my god.
Roman is going what he can be, but he needs to be carried. Lesnar definitely needs to be carried now, so Roman's not the guy for that. Lesnar has 1 foot at the door, I think. He clearly didn't care.
No.
Roman was stuck with somebody who didn't care, so Roman's not going to be getting carried well in this match. Massive disappointment from their first match. Build-up was better, but massive disappointment from their first match. Lesnar busted Roman open with the elbows because Lesnar didn't care.
Lesnar just didn't give a fuck anymore.
It took 6 F5s to put Superman away. It only took 2 or 3 to put Cena away, but it took 6 to take.
Yeah.
It only took 1 to take Undertaker away, but 6 to keep Roman down.
Yeah.
Which was only 6 before, but Roman misses cute, couple kick out. So I don't know if there's heat between them. I do know Brock for the championship at Vince or a wall backstage.
Yeah.
So Vince isn't happy with Brock either, but of course he's still going to be on the Brock train.
Of course he is, because it's Brock Lesnar.
So, but he does have the balls to actually stand up to Lesnar.
Could just fire him.
Right. The belt needs to be on full-time performer at this point. whether that had been Roman, so be it. You know, he's not my ideal choice. But at least the belt will be around. But now it's just like I'm not even sure who challenges him. Roman got destroyed, and that's their guy on Raw. Seth and Finn are on the mid card. Miz isn't going to challenge Brock.
Yeah.
Joe, I guess Joe poses a credible threat if Lesnar cleared.
Yeah.
Elias is it, clearly. Matt and Bray are going to be
stuck with Braun probably.
yeah, so that and Braun's out too. So what's left on the roll? I'm just going by current roster because shake-up could change everything.
Yeah.
Who's injured? Jeff Hardy and I said Samoa Joe. They're the only two that will actually give Brock a contention.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Brock doesn't seem to really want to work with Joe either.
Yeah.
Maybe because Jeff's one of the small guys. Maybe.
Pretty much.
Because he seems to like to work with good athletic guys like AJ, Finn, Seth, Jeff, I guess. People like that. But literally, it's kind of sad when you look at the people that are cleared. You gotta go look at the people that aren't even on the show to see who can challenge for Brock.
Right.
Because Roll's roster's so all over the place now. And I'll let you, before I get my grip, I'll let you get it out.
Get your rating out the way, go ahead.
F.
Okay. Vince did it for Roman again.
I don't know what he did for Roman, though, because he didn't help Roman here.
You have Roman main event 4 Manias in a row.
Ty Hogan.
You have Roman main event.
Austin and Rock didn't do that.
No, they didn't.
Hogan was the only person to do that.
But now you also have Roman in the worst main event in WrestleMania history. The crowd hijacked the shit out of this match.
I left that out because I knew you were going to go
5 minutes into the match, all you hear is "this is boring." 5 minutes into the match,
and they didn't do nothing. And they didn't do nothing at that point.
They did it.
It was boring.
5 minutes into the match, you hear the crowd chanting CM Punk. It's not in Chicago. Then you have Beach Ball Mania going around at least 3 times in the match.
When New Orleans banned the beach ball from all wrestling events.
Yes, New Orleans banned the beach ball at their shows.
The fact that we're even saying that sounds weird, but yes.
It's bad.
It's a sentence.
And there was a thing on Facebook, I saw a picture that says, if you have a beach ball, you will get immediately ejected from the building.
People want to get ejected.
Yes. Then, you also had the crowd doing the wave. 80,000 people doing the wave because this match was just terrible.
And for one of the first times I ever heard in WWE on a Mania match, this is awful.
Yes. And the fact that it was the main event of fucking WrestleMania and all you hear is, this is awful. This alone killed the show. This alone dragged down the atmosphere of what happened in the first 2 hours of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And Lesnar clearly didn't give a fuck. Because how do you expect Roman Reigns to take 6 F5s at WrestleMania, right?
Yes.
Stay tough. But he didn't kick out of 1 at SummerSlam. Lesnar gave him 1 F5 at SummerSlam in that Fatal 4-Way, took the pin, and lost.
Storyline.
So Roman takes 6 and gets completely cut open from Lesnar because obviously Lesnar, that whole elbow thing was not planned. Lesnar went off the script because I think it was due to built up frustration from the crowd.
Right.
Lesnar got the crowd to him, and there was also a point in the match where Lesnar got mad at the announcers, and I think it was the German announcers,
and just threw
like the a part of the announce table at them because he just didn't give a fuck anymore. This match was complete. Yes, what they should have done from the beginning, and I've said this from the beginning. Hashtag Finn forever. Okay, Finn is over. He needs the Universal title. The Universal title needs to be on someone full-time, and in my opinion, a babyface. Finn Balor is the perfect guy to be a Universal Champion. He never got his proper rematch in SummerSlam. And the fact that Vince thinks he's not over enough, but you have a guy who can't wrestle for shit. You have Roman Reigns, who the crowd literally hates. He is honestly the most hated guy in the WWE right now. And I thought Cena was bad. Roman is the
Oh, no, Roman made the crowd respect Cena.
Yeah, Roman is the most hated guy in the WWE right now. And the fact that you put him in the main event again fathoms me. It fathoms on how hard Vince McMahon is sucking this dude's dick. Because I get it. Roman is The Rock's cousin. I get that. Whatever. That doesn't mean shit.
Well, charisma is a pastel.
Roman can't go. Roman cannot go in the ring. Can't do anything. What they need to do is take Roman off TV. They need to revamp a character. They need to come up with a new character aspect for Roman Reigns. Make him at least look somewhat credible. If not, turn him heel. Turn him fucking heel. Get Paul Heyman.
Clearly he's not quite hurt.
Right. Put Paul
Heyman
Heyman on him. Because Roman clearly can't do a promo. Roman can't do anything. Roman can't even carry a fucking match. Yes, he's had good matches here and there, but they were carried by somebody else. AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Finn Balor. Like, those guys carried Roman.
Samoa Joe.
Those guys carried Roman Reigns. Kevin Owens.
Guys like that. Group of people that were mentioned. We normally mention them a lot.
Yes. Because those guys carried Roman Reigns. Those guys helped Roman Reigns.
Those guys carried matches.
Even fucking 40-year-old Chris Jericho carried Roman Reigns. And that's saying something.
48-year-old Chris Jericho.
Whatever.
Who's still great.
Yes. And the thing is, it's like the fact that you have this as your main event, which was never my main event. Styles and Nakamura was always my main event. This should have never been the main event of Mania. This match should have never even happened.
Right.
It should have been Brock and Finn. Finn winning the title, being the ultimate underdog, calling it a day. Roman should have just been stuck with the Intercontinental title run, or been stuck with the storyline with, I don't know, whoever. Maybe Braun Strowman's tag team.
I was going to say, they were at least an interesting team.
Yes.
Because they had good matches.
But this match fucking sucked. This match was god-awful. It was a disgrace. I thought Roman Triple H was bad. Roman Lesnar was absolutely terrible. This was the worst main event in WrestleMania history, in my opinion. And for that to happen, I feel bad for the New Orleans crowd. I think Mania should never go to New Orleans ever again. Because New Orleans is clearly a curse. Especially when Undertaker's streak broke at 30. Asuka's streak broke at 34. And you can't get a main event right. The only difference between 30 and 34, Daniel Bryan. That was the only difference. He was in the main event and won both titles. This main event killed the show. It killed whatever happened in the beginning.
There was no saving grace for me.
There was nothing. And I'm going to give that match an F pluses on the board.
Oh.
F plus 10 pluses. 10 pluses. Because that match was an utter disgrace. It was Lesnar's worst match. It was clearly Roman's worst match. Worst match in history. I'll put it that. Worst match in history of the WWE. And that's saying something. I'd rather sit here and enjoy Drew Carey in the fucking Royal Rumble than watch Lesnar and Roman.
Well, so entertaining.
Exactly. I'd rather sit here and watch Kane versus Fake Kane over again just to see Lesnar and Roman.
Honestly,
I honestly would. I would prefer if James Ellsworth was in this goddamn match. He would do something. He would make it look great, or at least entertaining.
Honestly, I'm over. Roman, I'm indifferent on. Lesnar, I'm over.
Lesnar needs to drop the belt. Roman needs to get away from the WWE. He needs a character revamp.
Can you take Lesnar with him?
Something.
I hope Lesnar doesn't resign.
If Lesnar resigns, he needs to drop the belt.
Yeah.
And put him with a different storyline now. Other than that, now you got Roman, who's got a concussion, and clearly a huge gash on his head.
Yeah.
Then you got Lesnar, who almost got into a physical altercation with Vince McMahon backstage after the match.
That's going to fight your 72-year-old boss.
Right, and throwing the Universal title in his face.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
All because you were pissed off about the crowd hijacking your show, and Vince didn't think you were main event material for Mania, but he gave it to you anyway because you drew in the money. Okay. But for Vince to sit here and finally say to you, Brock, he thought you were lacking main event material. He only gave it to you because of Roman. Because Roman was that guy. I don't know why, but Roman is that guy for Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Triple H was running shit, this main event would have never even happened.
Nah.
Lesnar would have never even had the title. Goldberg wouldn't even had the fucking title.
No, Lesnar might not even be there.
No, Lesnar would have been gone if Triple H was running shit.
Yeah.
If Lesnar came back, he would have a storyline with probably like Cena or Orton or maybe even Taker or maybe even Braun again.
Yeah.
But only like a part-time thing, not a championship material type thing. So that match killed the show. Overall rating of the whole show, it was a major disappointment.
Yeah.
I called this from the beginning. You had a stacked card. The build was undersold. The build was terrible to Mania. The card itself, the whole show itself, I'm going to give a D. And that's saying something. WrestleMania is supposed to be your biggest show of the year, and you can't deliver. You had a stacked card, probably your best Mania card in recent years. Probably, in my opinion, since WrestleMania 19.
Easily.
But you couldn't deliver.
Uh-uh.
All because of bad placement, bad booking, and just overall the crowd hated that main event. The fact that you had the crowd leave for Styles and Nakamura and not even... You're losing fans as time goes on in that last 40 minutes of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Between Braun with a 10-year-old kid and fucking Lesnar and Roman. Sure, Lesnar and Roman... I felt like Lesnar busted open Roman to give the match some quality. But of course Vince is going to get mad because he still thinks it's PG. It's not PG. Go back to TV-14. But... yeah, no. The overall show is a C-. I'll be nice because there were matches that carried the show.
Right.
A C-. TakeOver blew away Mania. 3 hours of TakeOver blew away 7.5 hours of WrestleMania. That is sad. A developmental minor league wrestling company that Triple H is running blew out what Vince ran. All because he thinks what's best. He doesn't want to listen to the crowd.
The best shows on WTV Weekly are 205 Live and NXT.
Exactly. And every single pay-per-view, TakeOver beats the pay-per-view.
That weekend.
You had TakeOver literally beat every Big 5 pay-per-view. Like, I don't get that. Vince, retire from the company, give it to Triple H, let Triple H run things, and if he ran the WWE, oh my god, this would have been so much better. You would have seen,
this would have been the best Mania of all time.
This probably would have been the best Mania of all time.
Right.
If Vince hangs up the suit and just drops the business to Triple H, I believe if he does that soon, Triple H will have a better Mania next year. But it doesn't seem like that right now because Vince is fucking senile and fucking deluded in his brain that, oh well, you know, we're just going to get what Vince wants and not what the fans want. So, for that, fuck Vince, fuck Kevin Dunn, fuck all creative booking, okay? Fuck Mania. I did not want to watch Mania being shocked and utterly disappointed. I wanted to watch Mania being shocked, entertained, and be at the edge of my seat every time. I was not.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm done with my rant. Fuck Mania. Fuck everything.
So your overall is a C-.
Overall is a C- for the show.
Overall, I'm not gonna lie, I really do want to give it an F.
Really?
Because of a main event of WrestleMania, and especially a card that stacked, should not have that kind of reaction at all.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, and the main event did feel there's no way to get around that. But if I give it an F, I also feel like I'm taking away the performances of like Finn, Seth, Miz, Asuka, Charlotte, the Angle, Ronda, Stephanie, Triple H, Bryan's return, Undertaker's return, not the match, return. Even AJ Nakamura, I feel like I'm taking away from those guys and girls. If I give it an F, that's why.
Yeah.
I'm not giving it an F. It really is. I'm going to give it a D.
Fair enough.
Because the last two matches dragged down the show.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the tag match was like an anchor pulling the show down.
Yeah.
The main event was the Titanic. It was the iceberg. It just went down.
Pretty much.
The women's title match before AJ Nakamura was like I just thought they were like the title wave started.
Just bad placement.
Yeah. AJ Nakamura was sandwiched in between all bad stuff.
Yeah. And it was sad.
And I wonder if they did that purposefully too. Not only that, because they knew those three matches were going to be bad.
Yeah.
So,
We need CM Punk back.
Overall, I'm going to give it a D. If I'm giving out individual performances, the ones I did mention well, Taker didn't try hard, but Taker's return was still a cool moment. But the rest did work hard. But I can't give anything more than that because this is a Mania going into could easily been an A+.
Yeah, could have been.
And up until the mixed tag, we were looking at besides the next title match, but
The one match we were looking forward to after the mixed tag was
AJ Nakamura and the Dan Bryan return.
Yeah, that
Like,
was it.
and both those matches fell a little flat. Short of expectations.
Yeah.
Short of expectations for them, for those 6 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, up until the mixed tag, we were looking at WrestleMania, though.
Yeah.
We had 3 matches that we gave like 8 letters to.
There was 3 matches with A
And
plus or
A minus, yeah, A grade and somewhere. They don't count out the women's title, SmackDown women's title, and the mixed tag. 3 of the first 4 matches killed the show.
Yep.
And the tag match with Bryan, the AJ match, Nakamura match, they're good.
Yeah.
But good isn't good is not great.
Vince told him
to slow down. To hold back.
Yes, Vince told him to hold back. I feel like he sabotaged the show.
You know what? He sabotaged that match, but I feel like he also sabotaged Bryan's match, too.
Of course he did.
Yeah, like, Bryan, Sammy Owens, AJ Nakamura are arguably the top 5 workers on the roster.
The top 5 guys in the WWE, in my opinion.
And he told them, it felt like he told them to hold back. So being good is just, it's underwhelming for those guys.
It's sad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Hell, he even held Undertaker and Cena back. With Undertaker looking like that, we could have really got something
We could have had a 15-minute match, at least 20 minutes.
We could have got
30.
We could have got something special there.
You could have.
Because they looked like they were having fun in there. What a little bit they were doing.
Yeah.
They looked like they were having fun. And Undertaker seemed more at ease.
Yeah.
And relaxed.
He seemed more comfortable with Cena.
Yeah. What's Cena's about wrestling, Robert?
True.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And Undertaker didn't have to worry about trying to get Roman over.
Right.
Cena's already over.
Right.
He could just land there and have fun. They were having fun. But they wanted to do a squash.
True.
Yeah, so I'm sticking with the D for major disappointment.
Major disappointment. That's great.
If it wasn't for the 5 matches I did say, this would have been an F now.
Mm.
I just had too high of expectations for Mania.
So did I. And
Yeah.
it was just a disappointing way to showcase WrestleMania.
But
All it is just CGI and lights and graphics. That's all it was.
that's why a lot of times the B shows do better than Mania during the year.
Yeah.
Because your expectations aren't supposed to be as high. So when they are good,
Yeah.
you're like really impressed. That's not the way it should be.
It's not.
But
You shouldn't just settle.
right, you
This
guys
needs to listen.
You guys sell for the fact that WrestleMania isn't going to be like a WrestleMania 17 or WrestleMania 19.
Vince needs to open his eyes and open his ears and listen to the crowd.
Or just
Listen to what they want.
Or just listen to Triple H.
Yes. Triple H clearly has a bigger sense than Vince's brain right now. Oh god, I'm sick of the WWE.
Now done for this edition. These will be pumped throughout the week as usual. And we'll be back on Thursday, April 26th.
To review the Greatest Rumble.
I mean, Friday, April 27th for the Greatest Rumble.
Greatest Rumble.
Maybe we'll do a prediction video that Thursday night.
I would do that, yeah.
Depending on if there's a full card out. If there's not a full card out, no sense in doing the Rumble.
Yeah, we can just always review the show
Yeah,
afterwards.
well, we're going to show afterwards on that Friday, of course. And Pal will be back on this Friday with the Raw after WrestleMania, which is probably a good show because the Raw after WrestleMania, SmackDown after Mania, same thing. SmackDown Mania, 205 Live at NXT, and past WrestleMania review.
Yep.
On Pat may have to review WrestleMania 4 too, because that's our retro review. We also have a weekly retro review for King of the Ring 1993, when Bret Hart won the King of the Ring.
Right.
That was a good show.
Yep.
And I also got reviews since I lost the predictions to Pat badly this week. He gave a ECW Heat win in 1998, which I'm looking forward to.
Yep.
So that will be on Friday and the weekend, and then it'll be back on April 27th.
That's right.
So see you then. Bye. And Paige is gone.
Paige here.